At the beginning of a sprint race, the athlete moves towards the start line in the crouch position, placing their fingers behind the line. In order to correctly display the crouch technique, the athlete lines up the knee of their dominant leg directly under their chest and shoulders. The foot of their dominant leg should be in line with the knee of their non-dominant leg, which is resting on the ground. In order to ready themselves for takeoff, the athlete straightens their rear leg, points their hips upward, and shifts their weight over their front foot and onto their arms. During the takeoff, the athlete creates driving force by exploding off their dominant leg, swinging their arms in 90-degree motion, and keeping their body height low for as long as possible to create force through a low center of gravity. In the long jump, prior to jumping, an athlete must measure out a position on the track from which they feel comfortable with their runner in order to jump from their dominant foot. The athlete must aim to land their jumping foot as close to the foul line as possible without going over. At the takeoff, the athlete drives upward with their non-dominant leg and opposite arm to create the upward momentum needed to jump. In the air, the athlete throws their arms backward and their torso forward in order to gain propulsion and to shift the center of gravity upon landing. To aid in this, the athlete's arms are once again thrust forward to continue their forward momentum and reduce the risk of them falling back. In the shot put, the athlete must enter from the back of the throwing area. They then position themselves with their rear foot slightly behind their front foot, about heel to toe. The next step in the process is to place the shot put against the neck, under the ear on the dominant side of the body. The athlete then lines up the toe and knee of the rear leg with the elbow of the throwing arm. Upon throwing, the athlete drives upwards with the legs, rotates the torso, and extends the throwing arm to propel the shot put as far as possible. They must then exit through the back of the throwing area.